Hello, one and all, and this is the Panda Supreme here, and this is my top list, my top 10 favorite anime, and yes, I am gonna be telling you why it's my top 10 favorite, because I got a whole bunch of people just like telling me, oh man, you gotta tell me like why you like it and everything. I'm just like, well, okay, if you want that, then I'll give it to you. So I am gonna give it to you right here. So we're gonna start off with number 10, which is Kimi no Iromachi, and another way people might notice it's called The Town Where You Live. It's a lot of people are gonna be like, why is this on your number 10? And it's just like, I really did like this anime because what happens in the show, like life happens, man. Life happens in the show, and it doesn't always go like the way that it doesn't always go the way that you think it's gonna go, but it does at the end. Like, I mean, at the end, like, you're just like, well, damn, like, it's just like it ended right where you thought it was gonna go, but it didn't, because like the girl, because you think it's gonna be like a girl moves into like the neighborhood and then like she falls in love with the boy and everything, and they fall in love and they're gonna get together, and then the best friend might like be kind of like not okay with this, like she likes him and everything, and it doesn't go that way, and it's like life happens in the show, and I like that because then stuff happens and time passes in the show, like years pass, and it's great to see like that happen. And there is some problems with the show, again, with like some pacing issues, I feel like, and some other things, and the ending of the show is actually, I thought it was like well done, but I think they could have done better, because there's also like you feel happy for one character, but then you feel sad for the other one, and I did like that at the end of how you're just like, well, I'm happy these two are together, but I'm not happy that she's like left in the dust, like, and she's kind of, you feel sad for her in a way, like he's just like, man, like, is she gonna ever recover from this one? Because like it's years of her life basically just like wasted, I feel like. So, and I did like that. Again, this isn't like the critically best anime, this is my favorite, so this one is not like the critically the best anime, but I do love the show. So the next one, is a controversy here. It's number 9, Death Note, and controversy if I wanted this on my list or not, because as much as I do like the show, I was thinking like maybe there's another anime that I could put up here, and Death Note's good and everything, like I'm not saying it's like not bad, like I'm not saying it's like not good, like I do like it, I like the show, but I don't know, because it's very weird to put this on my list because I feel like it's overused a lot, but it is my favorite. I do like how like there's this contemplating issues all the time, like you're just like, man, like you got like L going like crazy with you got the relationship between L and Light, which I did like a lot, because I was just like, this relationship between them, and even when they first met, like L and Light met, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, like the tension in like there was tension always in the show, and I loved it a lot. I was just like, damn, this tension in the show is amazing, like with like Light freaking going like crazy, and then like me and the guy, and it's like, oh my Jesus, like I felt like anything could happen in that point in the show. And there's a great point in the show that I felt like was the best moment for me, at least, was when Light met the girl, the ex-detective or whatever that was trying to find like who killed her husband, and like they met on the street and everything, and then like he was like talking her, like she was like, you got like in their heads, and they were like going back and forth, and you're just like, what's gonna happen in this scenario? And it ended like so good with like Light like doing his thing, with the notebook and stuff, and it's just like, that was a genius. I thought that was genius. I thought that was the best point in the show, even like with the Light and L stuff. I thought that point was the best in the show. Again, I feel like it went downhill just a little bit. Not like it's bad, but it's still good. I just felt like after like the main character dies, I mean like one of the main characters, you know how I'm talking about, L. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this anime right now. Like when L dies, like I feel like it just, and then they got the 2 other people, which I completely forgot their names because I really don't care. I know one starts with like another letter. I think it's M, maybe it's N. I don't know what it is. But and then other ones like, I don't know, like Mellow or something like that. And I was just like, I don't care about these people. I feel like it was too action-packed when the other stuff was very suspenseful, and like the character interactions and stuff with the villain and the hero. I mean, the anti-hero kind of thing. So I felt like that was a lot better than what was happening. And then I felt like it was like took away from like from Light's death at the end. when he was like going like crazy. But like again, like, you know, I think it was a pretty good anime for the most part, and you know, I just love that suspense like all the way through and everything, and like the whole relationship. But freaking get that blonde haired bitch out of my face. But and that's why it's at number 9. Number 8, another controversy ahead on my list, because again, I do like romance animes. It's Toradora, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Toradora. It's, you know, it's okay. You know, I do think it's like one of the better romance animes. Like, I love the romance and like between the two characters, and also like the animation in the show. Because like when you see those fight scenes of like freaking like when you see like Taiga like fighting the girl, like fighting like in the classrooms and stuff, I was like, what the I was like, this looks amazing and everything. But there was some other scenes like there was some like stupid stuff, like one of like the president girl in the school looked exactly like one of the other characters in the school. So when they showed that girl and then they showed the other girl come in, I was like, wait, aren't they the same character? That's what I thought. But then I realized that they're actually 2 different characters. Because I mean, go look at it. I'll put a picture right here, like the 2 characters next to each other. So like literally, like they look exactly the same. It's pretty intense. Like, but also what I liked about the show was like there's not a cliche ending. It's not like they kiss and then like it's over. Like, it's not like there's like one kiss and then it's over. And like they move past it, and they actually, you know, go like spoilers on Toradora. Like there's gonna be spoilers in this shit. That they go and get like engaged, and like it's crazy. And then like the relationship between like the mom and then the son, and then like how like the family and everything at the end, I was like, wow, that's like, I didn't expect the whole family side to come in there, and I was just like, this is nice, and it's very genuine, and I loved it. And there was like, I did also the emotion build up for like the characters. The emotion bit like with like when Taiga would like ran outside or whatever after like that one scene happened, and then like and like she was crying in the middle of the street, and then like the music was playing. I was like, damn. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I was like, this is what makes the show good right here. And also like when when the main protagonist, I mean the main guy, you know, I totally forgot his name, I'm sorry. He comes in like, and he's dressed up like as I think Santa. No, he's dressed up as somebody, but that was pretty funny to see. Number 7, Hunter x Hunter. And I just got done watching this show, and you know, I love Hunter x Hunter, man. Like Hunter x Hunter, I love it more than like most people do. But like I really like the one thing I loved was like Gon's goal to see his dad, and how they kept it all through the anime, well, except like the Chimera Ant arc. But that makes sense because there was like justification for that. So there was like justification for like Gon losing his like mind and stuff and everything. So I like that, and like how that was like all through and everything. And like there was some epic world like building there and stuff with like the whole world. And it's like, man, this world got like endless possibilities. Like I'm like, not like it's just like anything can happen. Well, anything could happen. Like it's more or less like there's like, I don't know. I feel like it was like a lot better at like telling me like this is the world and everything, and I really liked it. And it was just like, man, like it's so like magical. I felt like, I don't know. I may be like looking into this way too much, but there was some like good fights. I like the fights in the show. It wasn't just like Dragon Ball Z where you just like punch. Like it was more just like you had to think through your strategies, and I really like that because it's just like you got in there and it's just like you can't just like go in there and like just expect to like be the best, and you don't have to be the strongest to win either. Like you can, if you can win through strategy and stuff, that's nice. I feel like I'm the only one who feels this way, and like ever, like in anime communities everywhere, I think the Yorknu arc was the worst arc, and I'm sorry, because the Yorknu City arc, I felt like it was too much like a regular like shonen like fighting thing, even though like they had Kurapika or whatever, like he with his red eyes, like I don't care about Kurapika, I'm sorry, but like him just like going and like having the red eyes and stuff, and like doing all that stuff, like he's like, yeah, it's a red eyes and he wants to get redemption on like, the people. It's just like, you literally, like it could have been like they killed his goldfish and he wanted to like go and beat them up. Like I'm just like, I don't care, Kurapika. Like there was even some like blue balls, and there was like 2 blue balls at the end, and I was like, damn. So that was like the only like thing I didn't like about the show, and that's why it's at like number 7. Also like The friendship between Gon and Killua I thought was very well done as well, because like because at the end there you don't want them to like split up, because like you just like, oh my gosh, they have to leave each other, like you're just like, I don't want Gon and Killua to like leave each other. Like, I'm sorry, like spoilers on Hunter x Hunter, man, I should have put that. There's gonna be spoilers for all the shows, so you know, I just, yeah, there we go. That's why I like Hunter x Hunter. Number 6, JoJo. And I'm talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2012, not the well, I guess it all goes together. I guess JoJo, you know, that's airing right now, Stardust Crusaders, but first part, I'm just not gonna include that because it's still going. So just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2012. And the reason I like this anime, come on, it's JoJo. I mean, obviously. The comedy for Joseph Joestar is like freaking amazing. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, this comedy, like I'm constantly laughing in the show, and also the poses in the show. I'm just like, oh my Jesus, like look at these poses, man. Like, look at these poses. And even though like people say the first part of the show, like the first arc or whatever with Jonathan Joestar, I actually like that arc. And like most people are just like, oh man, you just gotta like push past the arc. I was like, hey, I enjoy that arc. I enjoyed the arc. Don't say that it's like not that good of an arc. And people like, I've heard people say like they don't even like the arc at all, and I'm just like, I don't understand why you don't like that arc. But because I mean, I don't understand why you don't like the arc, because I thought Dio and how Jonathan's relationship went, I thought that was good, and I like the whole vampire thing. I don't know, I liked it. Also, Dio's a badass, and he kicks dogs, and you just want to beat him up. So once he kicked that dog or whatever, I was like, well, this guy is obviously just, no one likes him. Like we wanted to kill him now. So there was some problems with Haman in the show. There was like 2 spots where like literally like they said like Haman had to be used with like life energy or something, like, and then like they like, it was so weird. Like there was some problems with it. I'm not gonna go into specifics, but there was some problems with Haman a little bit. Not that it like ruined what like JoJo was, but you know, it was a little problems. But overall, I thought the show was great. And right now, you know, the new season's airing, and I'm loving it. So that's why it's number 6. Next one, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And you know, I really do. Yeah, I didn't really appreciate Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood until lately, when I actually went back and looked at, like, I went back and I thought about the show, and I was like, what do I really like about the show, and like what was like it trying to tell me in the show and everything. And I really like that there was like one thing is the equivalent exchange was like one of the big things, like equivalent exchange on how like you do something and then like you literally have to like pay the price. And the whole thing about paying the price was like, and it goes into the brothers' emotional impact on the show and how like their relationship together and how like they try to revive their mother, and then it's amazing to see them like try to revive their mother, and then they have to like, and they lose their limbs, and then the whole show's about them trying to get their limbs back, and it's just like, that's amazing. And then it's even kind of sad just all the way through. You're just like, man, these guys, like, they lost their mother and they done all this, and they don't have a house anymore because they burned it down. I don't know why they burn it down. I guess it's just like, oh man, we're just gonna burn our house down. I don't think that would fly in today's world. But whatever, it's anime. And you know, I just really like that. Also, I think characters in Brotherhood are actually a lot better than most characters in it. Like this, like most characters that I've seen in most anime. Because the one thing I remember the characters in Brotherhood. I remember the characters. I'm just like, you know, I really liked Edward Elric's dad. I really liked him. The one thing that people say like Winry was like stupid or whatever, like it's just like, no, Winry was not as bad as the grandma on that show. Just saying, the grandma was like a little like, you want to get her out of there. I don't really care about that grandma, but I did like the show, you know, the characters and everything, like, and then even the homunculi in the show, I was like, man, the homunculi, this is pretty great. The homunculi is amazing. So, and I did love the fight scenes, and like, you know, and also the openings and the endings of the show, the music in the show. Oh man, give me more of that. Just like release another OST without anything new. Just release an OST, like that'd be great. Just release another one. Just like make a whole new album. It'd be great. But going on to number 4, penguindrum. It's so weird because I don't have a lot to say about penguindrum. I did, like, because it's such a weird anime. Like, there's a lot of, I did like the art. The art was nice, even though like the animation was kind of like derpy derp. But yeah, the art for overall, I was like, man, these colors and like the way like everything moved, like I was just like, this is cool. And even though you can say like it's kind of like budget like things and like it kind of looks stupid, I think it worked for the show. The penguins were also really funny. The penguins and how like they were like basically like representations of like the 3 characters in the show. I really like that. I was like, man, these characters, like these penguins are freaking hilarious. And then I think the one thing that really like kind of like made the show great was like the questions in the show and how like it's just like you gotta find the penguindrum and it's like what is the penguindrum, and at the end like you even like they answer some questions, but a lot of questions are up to interpretation, and that's what I like on the show. Some people are a little like derp and they don't really like understand that you have to actually like interpret some stuff, and it's just like, well, that's just lousy writing, then it's not answering questions. It's like, hey man, you just gotta interpret some stuff and like make your own like little judgments on the show, not like some crazy like little interpretations, but like, you know, some reasonable ones that you actually will think like this is like what it is and what's going on. I really like that in the show. Number 3, Kids on the Slope. If you know me, I'm the romance anime guy. I am that guy. And the romance in the show, they don't mess around, man. They get that going in episode 3. They get that full-on kiss. I'm sorry, spoilers, but full-on kiss in episode 3. They get going hard. They get like they get some stuff going on. They got the bromance between the main characters, and I was like, man, this show's amazing. Like, I'm just like, dude, they got the bromance going on. They got everything going on in the show. There was like a little bit of like problems in the show though. Like, I thought there was problems with the backstory for June. Brother June, man, but they got like some problems with that. Like, I didn't understand like the whole war thing going on. It was very jumpy, and I didn't really like, I don't know, like I just really didn't understand that much. I knew like there was something with war, or like something with like protesting or something like that, and I was like, I don't really understand like what that was, like what I feel like they could have done better with that, and that's why like it yeah. But I think the most part in the show was the music, the jazz music in the show. My Jesus, like you got to get that jazz music going on, man. You got the whole crew. You got the 2 main characters like drumming, and then he's playing the piano, and you're just like, oh my Jesus, like you want to get like, you just want to like crawl in a hole and like just want to like listen to that forever, like for your life. Like I gotta say, the one thing I did love, the best character I think is Brother June, man. Brother June, shout out to Brother June, man. Like, I love Brother June. Yeah, I love his trumpet playing. His trumpet playing was amazing, and how he just starts like singing in English. I'm just like, this character is like epic. Like, you can't not say this character's epic. But going on to number 2 here, Shinsekai Yori, and I got done watching this like in 2014, and I love Shinsekai Yori. I did like the dystopian society, and the world building in the show just basically telling me like this is the world, and also like there's still like questions in the show. So like I mean not now, but like you're sitting there and just like there's so many questions. Like you're just like, what's going on? Like what's the whole story here in this like world? And they do a good like job with like the mystery and stuff, I feel like. And also there was a little like slow pacing in the beginning. I want to say like it was like bad, but it was a little slow in the beginning, even though it did pick up, I felt like. But the thing is, it kept it interesting. And also the Yuri in the show, you know, the people knock it sometimes. They're just like, dude, the Yuri, oh, that's obviously just like it's like, nah man, you gotta look into the context. They explain why the Yuri's on the show, and the Yuri does not detract from the actual plot. So right there is pretty awesome to see that. It wasn't even that much. So I was fine with it. I don't care. Like, if you're against like gays or something, against like gays or lesbian, then I mean you're never gonna like it. But yeah. Also, again, there's some race problems in the show, and even showing like at the end about the whole race thing and everything with the monster rats and the humans and stuff, and like how everything's going on, and how they got like the monster rats have that one like girl or whatever of like the daughter of like the 2 other characters, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like this looks amazing. Like you're just like, this is amazing. I love this show. And that's why again, I just think about this show and I'm just like, this show makes me want to like go and watch it again. Like I probably will like at the end of this year I'll probably go watch it again just because it's so great. Number 1, Maid-sama. And you're probably wondering, you've seen him at the top list. If you haven't already, then yeah, you're probably wondering like, why Maid-sama? Why do you like Maid-sama so much? Well, again, I'm a romance anime guy, and this show, it's not critically the best show. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a good, like, I could see a 7.5. I could see an 8. I could see like an 8. Like, like for me, like I'm just like, cause I see like a lot of stuff in the show. Cause like the characters aren't cliches, except like the main guy. Even like the main guy is pretty much a cliche. But I'll get into that later, cause there's actually some justification for that actually. But you can't. I mean, you can knock the show for it, but you can't. Like, there's some stuff here. But the main girl on the show, she's not just like, you think of Maid-sama, it's like, oh man, there's just girls in maid suits, and it's just like, okay, well you gotta like actually like watch the show and like just because like the girl is not just there to be pawned at by like all the guys like trying to like see her in the maid outfit. And there was like because even like you see the girl being pawned at like by the guys in the beginning, and when they see her in the maid suit and she feels, and then like she like stands up for herself, and I like that. And also like, you might say like the guy always jumps in and always like tries to save her and stuff. It's like he does, but he does jump in and try to save her at times, but a lot of the times I feel like she actually pushes forward and actually like goes out and is able to like fight. Like, she's able to like be a woman. Like, she's able to like go out and she's like, I'm a woman, but I can kick your fucking ass. Like, and I love that about her. But she does need help once in a while, and that's when like the main character comes in, and like the main guy comes in, and he's just like, I got this, and I'll get you. And there's also some like romance scenes, you got the guy like souping her off her feet and stuff, and that's just that's romance, man. You got to get that romance in there, and I feel like the romance is like spread out enough where you don't feel like it's like, oh man, when are these two gonna get together? Because even the ending of the show, it didn't end on a good note. I mean, it did end on a good note, but there's obviously, it could have a sequel because there was like more in the light novel or the manga, whatever it is. There was more, but they didn't get a second season. And I was like, what? No. And that's the problem with the main guy, is that there was actually a backstory for the main guy and actually more development for him in the second season. I felt like there was going to be, and I actually read up on it, and there was. So, and if the show just did that, then like the whole show would be like, I think would have a higher score if I got a second season actually. And even the ending of the show had a pretty, kind of like, this could be an ending, but there's also more to tell. So it did end on like somewhat of a good note, but I do wish there was actually a second season of Maid-sama, or just reboot the whole thing and have the second season and like keep going, because Maid-sama is like freaking awesome. And I suggest anybody who reads Maid-sama to just fucking get Maid-sama. Like, go buy Maid-sama, get Hulu Plus so you can watch Maid-sama. Freaking, I don't know, just go watch Maid-sama, because, Jesus, if you're into any romance at all, like, just go watch Maid-sama, if you haven't already. And if you have, go watch it again, because I know I will. So, that was my top 10, and I read it out, guys. Did you like that I went and I read out the top 10? And did you want this? Did you want the 25 or 30 minute video I'm making here to freaking tell you why I like Maid-sama and all my top 10s? So there you go, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.